What's up? It's Phil from Phil Will Expose. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the classic wrist roller for forearm development. So a lot of people out there, they use the wrist roller, and in my opinion, in a very incorrect fashion when trying to achieve the goal of getting bigger forearms. So that's what this video is all about. I'm going to show you how to use it properly to really build up those flexors, to really build those extensors, and to get the most bang for your buck out of your time. Okay, so for those of you who don't already know what the wrist roller is, it's a basic tool that a lot of bodybuilders use to develop bigger forearms. So some of the functions of the forearms are, flexion and extension, and that's exactly what we do when we're using the wrist roller. So you attach weights to this, and we're doing the flexion, getting nice squeezes, or you do the extension. So the first common mistake that a lot of people make is that they have the wrist roller out in front of them for some sort of reason, which I don't know why. But they'll do a front raise, and they'll do their wrist rolls like this. Now, the big problem with this is that as lifters who are really trying to develop forearms, we want to develop the forearms. We don't want to develop our front delts. And when you end up doing like this, the front delt ends up dying out way before the forearms do. So in my opinion, it's just not the best way to do the lift. In my opinion, you want to do a lift where you're isolating the forearms as much as humanly possible, and the best way to do that is simply to have it right by your side. So you could tuck in your elbows, have it like this, and there's different ways that you could do this. So one of the good ways that you could do when it's lighter weights on your warm-up sets is you could have it right by your side and have it a bit high, because this hits the brachialis in an isometric fashion. But when the weights start getting heavier, if you want, you could just have it a bit here, and you don't want to make it touch the floor either, because we want to keep constant tension on the forearms, and once the weights hit the floor, we're basically relaxing. So we were really chasing this time under tension when we're doing this exercise. And if we get some 1-minute sets for the flexors, for the extensors, it's going to give us a lot of bang for our buck. So let me show you how it works. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an example of what an ideal set would look like. So as you can see, you got a little 25-pounder right here. Okay, I'm going to show you some flexion work. So we're starting off here. It's not touching the floor, so it's constant tension. And I have the brachialis that are getting trained in isometric fashion. And the brachialis, if you didn't already know, they tend to respond very well to isometric holds. So as you can see, I'm getting a nice squeeze, Just get it up, try to keep it strict. Now a lot of people, here's another mistake, they tend to just drop it. But we want constant tension throughout the whole set, so we're not gonna drop it. Instead, we're gonna roll it up, right? When we're up here, we're going to roll it right back down. We're not going to rush it. We're going to roll it down right until it gets to, an inch away from the floor. Then we roll it back up. So that's how you do the wrist roller for maximum forearm growth. I like doing these for, 1-minute sets to get that great time under tension. And you could even superset your extension work with some flexion work, or vice versa to get better results. And these don't have to be a main lift. You could do something like heavy hammer curls first, or heavy wrist curls first. These could be like a secondary movement, or you could just finish off with them for pump work like a lot of bodybuilders. So hope you guys learned something from this episode. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you use the wrist roller, how to use it in your training. Are you guilty of making these mistakes with the front hold, or just dropping it at the bottom? I want to know, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.